All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium. Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We got 4. We got 4.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Burton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that one's complete to Gurley. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready up. 53. Check 53. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Murray on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand.
Got it. 4, Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Over. 54 seconds.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
43. Check, 43. In your face. Check that. Well. Check.
On first down, it's Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 21-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Three 0 after one on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Complete to number 80. It's a gain of 10.
On first down, Wilson. He's got Burton here. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Jets 10, Browns nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Murray now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10, Murray into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
52. Not today, you are. Not today, guys. 4 down.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A 1st down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 49-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We own them. We own them.
A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Where'd he go?
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Good job right there. Good job right there. 4 down. 4 down. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
4 down. 4 down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Single slot. Here we go. I got it. Hey, 0. Alert. 6.
On third down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Barker. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Throwing is Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
SOS.
Bang out.
You got tight right there. Check.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw left side complete. That's Barker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 9. Check.
Play action. Now Wilson. Now he's forced out left. And he's going to keep it here. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take
Hey, 0-0-0. Check nickel. Front left.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Watch safety creep.
Check 50.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
14.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
I got you, boy.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Mike, 53.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Going deep here for Bryant. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Single receivers.
Look for single.
Northern Island over there. Single receiver.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's complete to Hopkins.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Rush in. Rush
There.
Rush in.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Eddie Weapon. Kill.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Wilson on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Check, 43.
Got it.
Win championships, baby.
Hey, alert.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first and 10, it's Wilson. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Strong right.
We got 4.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Move. Even. 4 down.
Check. Alert.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 30 base. 53. They can't hang with us. Hard.
3 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Murray. That's into the hands of Edwards. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Let's go, D, let's go. One left. Let's get there. Check 3.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
36 power. Let's get off the field. That's right.
Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A gain of 12. First down, Jets.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Everyone, you got 4 down. Check 99. Check 99. Check it out. 14.
Throwing on first down. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's Wilson to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
49, check 49.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll run it, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Mike's 43.
Guys, it's game situation.
12. Showing it.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Rabbit.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Cut. 280. 25 to Mike. Watch run. 25.
Now Gurley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, alert.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might